Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to the part of you that is restless for more. More meaning, more freedom, more success on your own terms. There is a code, a set of unconventional laws that can guide you there. Vishen Lakhiani calls it the code of the extraordinary mind. These laws aren't about fitting in. They're about breaking out. They're about living extraordinary. So let me walk you through these 10 laws and how they can transform your life. Law 1. Transcend the culturescape. We all live inside a culturescape, a set of invisible rules handed down by society, family, and tradition. These rules tell us who we should be, what we should want, how to behave. But here's the truth. Those rules are not your truth. You don't have to live according to someone else's manual. You are the author of your own story. When you transcend the culturescape, you step outside the box society has put you in. You see clearly the beliefs that don't serve you, and you refuse to be limited by them. Remember, Jim Rohn taught us, you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. And the first step is to free your mind from outdated, inherited ideas. You don't have to live in a cage just because it's been built for you. You have the power to transcend. Law 2. Question the rules, aka the BS rules. Rules are those BS rules we blindly follow, the shoulds, musts, and have-tos that clog our thinking. Maybe it's the idea that success only looks like a 9-to-5 job. Maybe it's that you have to go to college to be successful, or that you must conform to society's idea of what's normal. Vishen invites us to question those rules, because a life built on rules that don't fit you is a life half-lived. When you start questioning these rules, you liberate yourself. You say, no more. I will create my own path. I will define success on my own terms. This is where real freedom begins. And Jim Rohn always said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. But those disciplines must be your disciplines, not someone else's outdated rules. Law 3. Practice consciousness engineering. Now, this law is powerful because it puts you in the driver's seat of your mind. Consciousness engineering means upgrading your mental operating system. You are not stuck with the beliefs or limitations you've been handed. You can choose new thoughts, new beliefs, new habits. Think of your mind like a computer. Sometimes it needs an update, a reboot, or even a full upgrade. What are you feeding your mind every day? Are you reading books that lift you? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge you? Are you actively choosing empowering beliefs? Or are you letting default programming run the show? Jim Rohn said it best. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Consciousness engineering means becoming better, wiser, stronger by design, not by accident. Law 4. Rewrite your models of reality. Your model of reality is how you see the world and yourself. It's the lens through which you interpret every experience. If you believe life is a battle of scarcity, you'll live in fear and struggle. If you believe life is abundant and full of opportunity, you'll take risks and grow. The extraordinary mind rewrites these models with purpose. It asks new questions. What if the impossible is possible? What if I am worthy of great success? What if the world is on my side? Changing your model of reality changes your outcomes. It frees you from the mental prisons you didn't even realize you were living in. And as Jim Rohn said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Law 5. Embrace your quest. Without a quest, life is aimless. Without a mission, your days blur together. Vishen urges us to find our quest, a purpose so strong it wakes you up every morning, ready to conquer the day. Your quest might be to create art, build a business, heal communities, or raise a family with love and intention. Whatever it is, it must ignite a fire in your belly. Living an extraordinary life means showing up for that quest every single day. No excuses, no distractions. Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Your quest demands discipline, but it also brings meaning. Law 6. Live in the blisscipline. This is one of my favorites. A word Vishen created to capture a simple truth. Discipline and happiness are not enemies. Blisscipline means building daily habits that bring you joy, peace, and growth at the same time. It's waking up and doing what you love, but also doing what's necessary. It's balancing hard work with play, seriousness with laughter. Most people chase success thinking it will bring happiness later. But the extraordinary mind knows that happiness is the fuel for success. Jim Rohn said, happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Law 7. Upgrade your environment. You've heard this before, but it's worth repeating because it's so true. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment shapes your habits, your thinking, and your results. If you're surrounded by negativity, fear, and doubt, that's what you'll absorb. To live extraordinarily, you must intentionally build a support system of mentors, friends, and peers who inspire and elevate you. Jim Rohn said, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Changing your environment changes your direction. Law 8. Live in the present, plan for the future. This is the balance of life that many miss. You must be present, fully alive in this moment, grateful and mindful. Yet, you must also plan. Set clear goals and dreams for your future. Don't sacrifice today's joy, chasing tomorrow's dream. But don't let today's comfort stop you from building a better tomorrow. Jim Rohn reminded us, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Use your time wisely, both now and in planning. Law 9. Trust your intuition. Logic is important, but your intuition is your internal compass. Your gut feeling often knows what your mind has yet to understand. When decisions are hard, pause and listen deeply. Trust the quiet voice inside that nudges you in the right direction. Extraordinary people develop this muscle of intuition. They learn to trust themselves in the unknown. Jim Rohn said, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Sometimes that change begins with trusting your inner voice. Law 10. Be grateful and celebrate. Gratitude is the ultimate attractor of abundance. When you recognize what you have, you open the door for more to come in. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every step forward deserves recognition. Jim Rohn famously said, learn to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Gratitude is the fuel that keeps your extraordinary journey energized. Closing. Friends, the laws of the extraordinary mind are not just ideas. They're a code, a blueprint for living a life on your own terms. They call you to question, to grow, to dream bigger, to rewrite your story. Jim Rohn said it well. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Let those disciplines be your own, crafted by your extraordinary mind. So I challenge you today, choose one law. Start living it now. Rewrite your rules, redefine your life, become extraordinary. Thank you.